Hey, hi. I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. I didn't light one of these. Let me light it up. Hope everybody's doing okay out there, hanging in there. All we can do is the best we can do, right? Yeah. Hi. Maybe we do a little bit of the Palo Santo, right? Get some good vibes, some good energy in here. Yeah. Smells so good. Okay. So today I have the Crystal Vision Tarot and then I have the Astro deck. So let's go ahead. We're going to shuffle one time and get a general energy. Okay. General energy for today's reading is Page of Wands. Going on a new adventure, right? Page of Wands is about new stuff, right? You finish something and you're passionate about something else, so you go for something else, That's what it would be in the upright. Now, in the reverse, this is about somebody who just has no passion or drive to move forward. Okay, kind of stuck in a stalemate, kind of just letting it be, I guess, But the Page of Wands is about a new start, a new adventure. Let's see what we got going on here. We need 5 cards to start out here. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I hope everything is going okay with you and your family or those that you love, your loved ones. Okay. If you are new here, I wish the same for you too. Obviously, you were brought to tarot for a reason. You're not going to find all your answers here, but maybe you can get a little bit of good, sound, logical advice, right? Either way, you can subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll still be here tomorrow or the next day with something at least, right? Something at least, to help you out. Because that's the main focus of this channel, is to help people get through their traumas or their sadness. And, maybe if you have addictions, I can talk you into quitting that stuff, Life is so much better when your mind is clear. I'll let you know that for sure right now. So I do need 2 more cards still. Okay. So this one is this way, and this one is this way. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Strength card. All right. Card of Leo. Right? I don't really call out signs because these readings can basically resonate with whoever, right? But we do have the Strength card. That's a card of strength. Somebody here is really strong, but somebody here is not. All right? So it's a 50-50 card. It's at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is not strong enough for somebody's strength. Ooh, there you go. So yeah, let's see what all this is about. We have the Hermit, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So it does look like we're dealing with 2 separate individuals here, right? And the reason why I say that is because we have the Hermit card here first, all right? And then we have the 2 of Pentacles card here. Now, the 2 of Pentacles card is about juggling or doing too much. Somebody here is not going to be doing too much, or maybe they are, who knows? But at this present time, they are not. Somebody here is in hermit mode. Hermit mode is like one of the best modes you can be in. If you're going to be in any mode, it's hermit mode, right? Because that's a time of reflection, of thinking, of research, of study, of going within, right? So you could be a person who does this, a person who is constantly thinking, constantly evaluating things. Good for you. And then we have 2 of Pentacles. So, this could actually be you too. You know what I mean? You can be in hermit mode and not want to juggle too much. So maybe you live like a very easy life, right? A life that's not too stressful. Possibly you move at your own pace, which is good. No sense in stressing yourself out, if you don't have to. So you could be a person who is well thought out, somebody who doesn't really, they don't do things to stress them out. And then in the end, we have the Six of Pentacles here, giving to two. So, you know, even though you have somebody here that doesn't want to do much or doesn't want to stress themselves out, that could be you or someone else. In the end, we are actually dealing with two or more situations. All I have to say about that is if you are like overworked or, you know, there's something like that, take a break. You know, take a break, relax, get out into nature, you know, think things over. No sense in getting stressed out, you know. So you could also be dealing with somebody who doesn't want to do too much in regards to your situation. That could be it too. But then we have the Six of Pentacles dealing with two or three or four or more, right? Somebody here might be bringing other entities into your environment to help or to deal with or whatever. It's in the upright, so it's kind of giving me a positive vibe. Also, you know, with the sun and the birds and the baskets of fruit, you know, like somebody here is definitely going to be able to work with several other individuals on something, whatever it is, okay? Now, the obstacle or advice here, we have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is in the upright, is someone who cares. You know, when they speak to you nicely. They care about your welfare, your well-being. They care, you know, they speak to you in a nice way, you know. And, you know, there's no other way to be spoken to like, or to others, right? Right. It's always better to speak nicely to people, be calm and rational and all that stuff. So I don't think this is an obstacle for someone, especially if you're that hermit mode person. I feel like this is just advice. Just be your normal self. You know what I mean? And then in the end, we have forward movement, right on. Now, this could also represent law enforcement. That just popped into my head. So there could be some forms of law enforcement or somebody of a higher caliber coming in to help you out. You know, this could be a teacher if you're going to school. This could be, you know, at a job or something like that. But there's somebody definitely coming in to help you to move forward. That's great news. Okay. So let's go ahead and find out what this Hermit card is all about. Hermit card is good. I like that card. Maybe because I'm a little bit of a hermit myself. I resonate with the card at least, you know. And a lot of you might also. You might be the type who likes to go within. And, you know, if you're at tarot, you probably are like that anyways. You know, somebody's pretty intelligent. You go within, you know, you probably read a lot or something like that. You could also be a reader. Yeah, you could be a reader yourself. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So things are happening. All right. They might not be happening at the speed you want, but they're happening. Okay, the word is out. Look at that, you guys. 777. Need I say more? This is the number of spirit, of God, of the universe. Look at that. So that, and it doesn't matter if it's upright or reverse, because God overpowers everything. You know what I'm saying? God is the final judgment. So we do have here, somebody's going to release their defenses in a situation, but they do have a lot of options. 7 of Cups. And this is also the Chariot card too. So there's a lot of options. There's some forward movement. And somebody here, 7 of Swords in reverse, is not going to be able to get away with whatever kind of sneaky acts or whatever they were trying to do. That's what that means right there. Right on for somebody. You know, that's good for you. Help is on the way. Something like that. I don't know. But we do have the 2 of Pentacles there. But it's going to be a little bit. Remember, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, in the reverse, though, this is what sucks about this part. This is about false promises. This is about someone saying, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but they don't. Kind of like corrupt police officers or sheriffs or law enforcement. That would be this person. But in the upright, They're someone who's got it all together. They're balanced, they're grounded, they're honest, and they're generous. And they're trying their hardest to get you the help that you need here, whatever's going on here. Well, you're in hermit mode. We know that. But they don't want you to be defensive. The help is on the way, and they are going to help with whoever is trying to get away with something. Okay? We have the Two of Pentacles here in the reverse. Somebody is not trying to deal with this mess. Right? It's too much. But it has to be done. That's the thing. Problem here is it really has to be done. So what is this Two of Pentacles here? Somebody might even think that something's going a little bit too far and that they could, you know, actually get in trouble for their dastardly deeds. You know what I mean? 8. Oh my God. Let's see what else comes out. You know, I don't want to say anything to jinx it, but let's see what the next card is. Okay. Woo. Well, this one flew off far. And this one is right here. Okay. We're going to put this one back, but this right here is the King of Pentacles reverse. The King of Pentacles reverse is a criminal. Yeah. It's just plain and simple like that. Oh, we got like double confirmation beeps right there. So you could be this person here in this column is somebody that doesn't want to deal with this because they already have the reputation of being a criminal. So if somebody is to come and help, they're going to stop doing the most because they don't want to get caught up in their criminal activities. You see how that works? I'm going to put this back. Make sure I put it back right. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Happy family, happy home. Wheel of Fortune energy. Yeah. So somebody here is doing all right. They have a happy family, happy home. They have a good karma, but in the reverse, we have someone who's not very happy in their home. They're not very happy with what's going on around them, and the karma is hitting. Okay, I tend to think that we're involved with this criminal activity of the King of Pentacles reverse, who is dealing with karma right now. Okay, and if that's not you, you are the person who is basically doing well, taking care of yourself, possibly taking care of others, kind to people, whatever you got going on. We have the 8 of Wands here, and the 8 of Wands is about swift movement to create stability. This person, I'm thinking it's that King of Pentacles reverse, the criminal type. This person is scrambling right now. Scrambling to fix stuff, scrambling to hide things, scrambling to do something. And we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse here, and that's usually a person that works on their craft alone. So this person is not working alone. There are several people here involved in this scrambling, right? They're scrambling to hide the lies. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So, you know, you're a person that's just chilling, kicking back, doing your own thing. And then we have this person who is a criminal scrambling with others to try to hide these lies, trying to hide some sort of proof or evidence or something, right? Yeah. So now we have the 6 of Pentacles here. Let's find out what this 6 of Pentacles is all about. Okay, 6 of Pentacles means giving to 2, 3, or 4 or more people, right? So there are definitely several people involved here. Okay, several people are involved. And then we have the 4 of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. That means this is going to end, right? Even though in reverse, somebody doesn't want it to end. They want to keep the fight going. They want to keep the problems building up. But unfortunately, eventually, it's going to come to an end. So this too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm stressed out or whatever, I always think to myself, you know what? I got God on my team, and this too shall pass. You know, if I'm being pushed to do something, I do it because I feel like that's like a message. you know, that I should go ahead and move forward with a situation, person, place, thing, whatever. So somebody here, this is going to end. Whatever we got going on here, it's going to end one of these days, right? And then we have the Eight of Swords. And the result of people coming in and helping and doing things, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, we all know the Eight of Swords could represent jail. Mm-hmm. Or it could, if there's no jail involved here, this is somebody being trapped in the confines of their own mind. Like overthinking things, tripping out, like, oh my God, you know, like, you know what I mean? Because something is going on over here that's causing a disruption and it's making somebody scared. Yeah, taking a leap of faith. This person could take a leap of faith and doing something that they shouldn't. Oh, it's going to bring them problems. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. They're going to lose money, time, energy, all that stuff. But like this card, this too shall pass, this also will pass, because this card is about longevity. It's about forever. But in the reverse, that's short-lived. So something here is not going to last. Okay? We have the Knight of Cups. This is about, you know, speaking kindly and, you know, being a nice person and stuff like that. And that's the advice here. Be that person. You know, be calm and be kind. Be collective, you know. That's how you got to do things, you know. Because people tend to listen to you when you know how to speak to them properly. You know what I mean? So, what do we have here? Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. Wounded Warrior card, right? That means that somebody still has some fight left in them. But in the reverse, this is about somebody who hasn't gotten up from the last fight, possibly. They can't move. They're not ready to move forward. This card also doubles as the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. It's about enlightenment, realization. So some truth has come out. Okay. Now, in the reverse, the Sun is still the Sun, but it's kind of like they still need some more information kind of thing, right? Because something is not clear, quite clear. So let's see what we have here. Okay, we have the King of Swords reverse. Now, that guy's usually an emperor when he's in the upright, but in the reverse, he's not the emperor at all. He's a mad, angry person, possibly has a sharp tongue, real mean and nasty. And the advice here is to be like that Knight of Cups, but I don't think that this person has it in them to do that. Yeah, look, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this person doesn't have it in them, male, female, whoever this is. They don't know how to talk to people. They're sharp with their tongue. They speak nasty. Maybe they scream and yell or something like that. This person doesn't feel left out in the cold, though. You know, I mean, I guess that's okay. But it could also mean, because we do know that others are involved here, is because this person may have followers, you know, who just do whatever this person says because they are somebody, you know, whoever they are. So they're somebody special, all right? Special in their own little way, you know, special ed. But this person does not know how to talk to people. This person is mean and nasty, and they're also not very smart. Right? If a person cannot get a hold of their own personal emotions, something's wrong upstairs. Somebody needs to be evaluated. You know, somebody could be going through something, some sort of mental health issues. I'm not a doctor, but you notice when people get out of control and scream and yell or whatever like that, the defensiveness, that's not a good sign of anything. It's always good to keep your composure. You know, and another thing is, you know, take deep breaths. If you're trying to talk to someone, take a deep breath, step back, think for a second. There's no rush in you telling your story. No one's rushing you. So the best thing to do is to step back, take a breath, calm down, and you'll be able to communicate. This person, no. You know, you stay this Knight of Cups. This is the advice. Be nice and calm. But this person, they don't know how to do it. Yeah, they don't know how to do it. And you know what? It could also be because, you know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, you know? Like, for example, my dad, he's a pretty mean guy. He's pretty mean and he doesn't talk very nicely. You can't change that guy to be a nice guy for anything. You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of energy that we probably have right here. Somebody that just does not know how to keep their cool. They make rash decisions. They have a sharp tongue. They speak meanly to other people. It's sad. It's really sad for that person, you know. And that's another thing that somebody could realize. Like, yeah, there's no talking to this person. They're just cuckoo or something. I don't know. So we do have the Chariot card here. All right, let's see what that Chariot card. We got forward movement. That's good. Forward movement after all this mess, you know. You know what? If you're good and you do all the right things, it will show. If you're not good and you're bad, you can trust that eventually people are going to know what type of evil person you are. It just takes a matter of time. You know, it takes that temperance, right? Being patient. Patience is a virtue. Okay. So, yeah. Let's get one more card here for that. Oh, 2 came out. Got that Devil card out here. Let's see what this is. Boom. So, also, someone here is dealing with a Queen of Pentacles reverse. So, we got a Queen of Cups reverse, and then we have a King of Swords reverse. This is a couple. All right. And they're looking at each other. So, this is definitely a couple. They know each other. And this person's not very nice. This person is not an empress. And this person's not very nice. They're mean to others. They have no compassion or empathy for anyone. They only care about what's good for them. So we're dealing with an evil couple here. Yeah. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There's a new beginning for someone, but someone can't seem to get into that new beginning because there's disruptions. Okay. So you could be this hermit, which is going through a lot of disruptions because someone's trying to get away with something, you know? Someone's trying to get away with something sneaky, and you're having a hard time having that new start. Ace of Cups upright. So then we have this right here. Okay, here you are. You could be this Queen of Pentacles here. It's the only upright court card. Okay, you could be this person with all this strength who likes to go on adventures, who goes into hermit mode and things like that. You could be this person who speaks kindly to others. You know, that's what the Queen of Pentacles does, because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's generous and kind, balanced, and grounded. So right here, we have the Four of Pentacles, but you have a secret or you're holding on to something. There's something that's being held on to here, but we also have the Devil energy. Okay, you could be dealing with Devil energy. These people right here, even this person. This is what they might find out about this Devil energy, which could land them in jail, right? For some sort of abuse or I don't know, something like that. For taking a leap of faith to try to end something for someone because of that Ten of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, lies and deception. She's looking back at that. And she knows that that's Devil energy. Devil energy is about lying, cheating, stealing. It's also about codependencies, addictions. So this King of Swords and this Queen of Cups that we saw, they could have some sort of serious addictions, codependencies, something like that. Okay, Queen of Pentacles does not do that. She's balanced and grounded. She's one with the earth. She's generous and kind. So we know it's not her, but it's probably this couple and whoever else is involved with this couple. Okay. My advice on this is just keep doing hermit mode, keep being that kind person, and just keep moving forward because that's really all you can do in life, right? Just being a good person, helping others, helping your neighbors, whatever you can do to help anyone It's always going to bring back something good to you. If you're good to others, good come back. If you're bad to others, bad comes back. So just remember that. Okay? It's all about cause and effect. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm Mona, the sacred, Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, right? If it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, loving types. We have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. All right, you guys, talk to you next time. Bye.